don't look no further. Like, you will not find another company that is really dedicated to actually seeing you succeed and giving you all of the tools that you need. There's no gatekeeping here. There's nothing that I've ever asked and nobody's answered my question. And the unlimited license, you know what I mean? It's like everything, the unlimited license, the training, you know what I mean? And like I said, the community as well.
Welcome to the Service Bureau Accelerator podcast, where we help tax professionals start and scale a successful service bureau.
All right, we are here with another episode of the Service Bureau Accelerator interview series. I am here with Qualena and Ross. Ross, if you want to go ahead and kick things off.
Sure. Awesome. All right, Qualena, well, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for joining us. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. Great to have you. So if you want to kick things off, Qualena, just maybe start with just giving a quick, introduce yourself real quick and share a little bit about your experience in the tax industry, like how long you've been in for, kind of what were you doing before joining the Service Bureau? And we'll just kind of take it from there.
Okay. So I like to start off by saying my name is Qualena. Of course, everybody knows I am Q&Q Tax Pro Solutions. I am Q&Q Tax and Financial. And I started off in 2019, right before COVID hit. I had started my first tax office. It was Q&Q Tax. I didn't really have any knowledge or education. I kind of Googled how to start a tax business in Florida and started writing off the checks list, right? I didn't have a coach or a mentor or anything like that. So I kind of just winged it. Before that, I used to work for Banana Boat, the sunscreen company. Like I said, COVID hit. I started this business. For 2 years, I was on my own. Then I found a coach and a mentor. And she helped me get my business, and she gave me software because before they not even know about software, right? So she helped me grow. And she actually had a resellers program that I joined after I was with her for a year. And that's how I learned about Service Bureau. So
Awesome.
by being a reseller with her, my first year, I think I made like $25,000 on the back end, and I did really, really good. And she was like, "Hey, are you ready to be your own service bureau?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think that might be what I want to do." That's how I found you guys. And the rest is kind of really like history. It was
Yeah.
like,
Awesome.
I've only been in the tax business for 5 years, and for me to be my own service bureau was really like a big thing for me. Like, I know people who've been in the business 10, 15 years, and they just now learn about service bureau. So I will say that I excel in this space really, really fast. 'Cause this is actually my second year being a service bureau on my own. So I only was in tax business for 3 years before I started service bureau.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was actually surprised because I know we've spoken before on I know last year we were doing a few strategy calls back and forth as well, but it's like I actually thought you were in the industry for quite a bit longer, just kind of speaking with you and just kind of knowing what you're doing in the service bureau industry. So yeah, that's
Right.
impressive.
Yeah, that comes from having somebody who actually took me under her wing. She was a great teacher, and she kind of held my hand, you know. Then when I got with you guys, it was like take off time. Take off time from there, you know. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty much where I start.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what's been your focus like now, jumping into our program, then obviously, being able to leverage our training, the coaching, all that kind of stuff that we do. What's been your focus in growing your service bureau as far a specific model? Are you primarily going after EROs? Are you doing kind of like an academy, or what's been your path that you've kind of really dialed into to grow your service bureau?
Yeah, so I would say EROs is like my target audience. I have some packages they call billionaire boss packages, and they kind of include like the software, mentorship. I also have a tax academy for people that want to become P10, from P10 holders to EROs. So that's kind of like my main focus is trying to help EROs grow and scale their business. Cause like I said in the beginning, I didn't have any help. I just kind of had to wing it. So I want to be able to help people grow and actually scale and make some money. Cause tax industry is kind of shady when you don't know nothing. You know what I mean? So I like to give people like the knowledge that they really need to grow in this space.
The main thing is if you don't know what to ask for, a lot of people get screwed
Yeah.
over. Or if they don't know
Yeah.
what
They
questions to
won't give
ask,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they won't. They
they
won't.
definitely won't, and I learned that, throughout, dealing with different people. Like I said, God blessed me with a great mentor and a coach, you know what I mean, from the beginning. But before her, I was just winging it. I was using free software and stuff. So to actually be here now, like I said, in 5 years was like crazy. It's crazy to me. Uh,
Yeah,
but
and
go
even
ahead.
sorry, what I was gonna say was even just your growth. I think like the first season with us, you kind of just like dipped your feet in, right? I don't know how, like you just kind of, a lot of people get their toes in the water, see how it works, make sure everything's good. And then last year, not this past season, but the year before, right? Your numbers got up. Yeah, I think you got an award too, right? Or you were close to one, if not
Yeah, I
got
got
one
one.
at the convention. Yeah, and then at the convention, I remember I remember you had a good attitude, like you were really pumped at the convention. I remember that. And then from that year, from the convention to this year, you kind of exploded a bit, right? You had a huge increase in numbers. You more than doubled, I believe, if my numbers are correct. I think you more than doubled. Can you talk a little bit about your experience in just like this past season of what changed for you from like the time convention happened to where we're at now?
Honestly, I'm be honest, I think it was just getting in the room with y'all. You know what I mean? Getting in the room with other service bureaus and then kind of taking what I got from the convention and zoning in on that. Cause like you said before, my first year, I kind of just like jumped in head first. I'm gonna kind of do it the way I was already taught to do it, right? So I had to really unlearn from the way I was taught to do it to the way that you guys were teaching me to do it. Um, and that's really what happened. I stopped going by what I already thought I knew, and I started listening to what you guys were telling me. So I went back in, I did the whole training all over again, like from scratch. And I zoned into what y'all told us during the convention. And after the convention, like literally as soon as we left the convention, I just got jumped on trying to get EROs. And I expanded a little bit. I also started offering service bureaus as well, which kind of did help me grow a lot. Um, because the service bureaus that I have, they were fairly new to service bureau, and they kind of just followed what I taught them. I didn't have to reteach them, and they kind of helped me grow a lot. So I would definitely say getting in the room with y'all, being around everybody else, and seeing their growth, knowing that it was actually possible for me.
Mhm. For sure. Yeah. That community thing, like being able to network, because it's like just in business in general, it's kind of a lonely world. I don't think a lot of people realize that, but like businesses, it can be pretty lonely sometimes, and that's why we kind of wanted to have that group and especially do these conventions. We weren't even too sure we were actually going to do a convention this year, but everyone, like, just the amount of excitement that everyone had, especially after the award ceremony last year, we're like, all right, we have to do them. Like, we have to, because everyone kind of demands it of us at this point. And but like you said, it's like being in that room, right? Being able to sit down next to people who are doing the exact same thing you're doing, focusing on the same goals and the same business, and just really helps you kind of see and also drive a little bit of that hunger, right? You see what other people can do. It's like, I can do it too. I'm here. I got the same tools. I got the same coaches and mentors that are helping me. There's no reason why I can't do it as well. So that's really cool. Really cool to hear. Um, so Colleen, you've seen like a little bit of the evolution of the training, because when you joined, I don't think we had the 7-day launch when you first started. It was kind of like, I think it was still the paths, and then we changed up to the 7-day launch. Um, can you touch a little bit on like what that experience has been going through the training, especially as you mentioned, like now you, like last year, you kind of made that switch. You're like, all right, let me dive back through it and let me like really focus and listen to what we're teaching here at SBA. Has there been any like key takeaways or like really like major things that kind of stood out to you in the training that really helped kind of push you forward?
Honestly, I think the 7-day challenge, like you said, when I first started, the 7-day challenge wasn't there. But I think the 7-day challenge
Yeah.
was really good for me, because I'm like the type of person, when I get something in my mind, I need to get it done right then. So when I first had started in foundation, it was like this process that I had to go through, you know what I mean, to actually get through everything. And because I'm the type of person, I'm going to sit down and learn before I just start working. But the 7-day challenge and the fast action strategies really helped me. Like, all right, we're gonna do some work today. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was in training, now after training, let's do some work instead of just going from training to training to training. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people overlook the fast action strategies, and we do a version of that at the conventions, right? I think this year we have a version planned, possibly, right? But like even at the conventions, like the goal is, hey, do this thing to start generating conversations and get results. So yeah, that's been I think very few people pick up on it, but I'm glad you brought that up, because that's like a fundamental thing that we do that really doesn't exist anywhere
Yeah, and
else.
because it really makes you
Yeah,
get the work right then, you know.
exactly, right? Like you can watch videos for hours and hours and hours, and it's like in one ear, out the other, and then nothing changed in the business. But it's like if we watch this, this section, let's learn some stuff, and now let's go and take it and actually apply it right now. That's how you can really see growth and actually see change and progress in the business, is just taking action. And that's the secret at the end of the day. The secret is there is no secret. You just got to put in the work, right? So that's all it comes down to. Awesome. That's good to hear. Now another area of our business, and this is, we always like to ask everyone their experience with this, because talking with a lot of EROs, right, like with our sales team, and just over the years that we've been in the industry, we know a big concern for a lot of people when they're either even just buying software, let alone becoming a service bureau, is the support, right? It's like, hey, when I need help or something's going on and I need help, how do I get that help? Could you share a little bit of your experience with our support platform, like the ticketing system that we've put together, where you can go in when you have questions, you can go open a ticket. What's been your experience using that, working with our team, or even having tickets go up to me or Baldeep to help you out? Just want to share a little bit about your the support that we have in
Right.
SBA.
I really love the support. Like it's unmatched. I would say it's like literally unmatched. Even though you got to put a ticket in, it's always somebody going to reply, even if it's like, hey, what else do you need? Or we'll get right back to you. I've never had to wait more than a day or so. You know what I mean? And sometimes even if it's late, y'all will reply right away. I like when I get the calls from Hazel and everybody else. You know what I mean? It's like I already know them because I talk to them on the phone, so it's not um like a recording or something. You know what I mean? Where I have to push a button to. So I really do like the personalization of it. When you talking to the same person and they kind of know exactly what you already going through, because you probably had a conversation with them before. Like, this ain't the first time I put this ticket in, right? So I don't have to keep saying the same thing over. And like I said, I just like the fact that y'all are quick about it. Even if it goes up to y'all, you know what I mean? You guys get right back with me. Hey, Qualena, how can we help you? And we get it figured out really quickly. Even if sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about, you guys be like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it.
Sometimes we need clarification.
Yeah, sometimes I do need clarification. So yeah, I just think that I really just like the fact that I know that I'm talking to a real person. Somebody is, gonna help me quickly, and I'm not gonna be waiting 2 days or 3 days for a response.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's been a big focus over the last few years as we've grown. It's like we've realized, like, okay, our growth, we're not slowing down. If anything, we're growing faster. So how do we make sure we can continue to support and support that growth with all of our members, and still give you guys the time that you need to use the support system and still have really high quality and good response. So glad to hear you've had that good experience with it too. So looking forward to this year, right? Obviously we got the convention coming up in, like, what, we're at like 3 weeks now. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. We're just about a month away for the convention. Other than the convention, because I'm sure you're excited for that. I'm really excited for it. But other than the convention, like, is there anything that you're really, really excited to focus on this year for your service bureau? Like, do you have a goal in mind of what you want to hit this year? And is there anything specific you're really excited about?
So this year, I decided that I'm gonna not focus on bringing other service bureaus in like I did last year. I'm gonna stick to bringing in some EROs. So my goal now this year is to get 100 EROs under my belt. Um, and I know that it's
Nice.
gonna be some work, right? You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm at the capacity now where I can handle it. Before, I was just kind of learning my
Yeah.
systems, putting my academies together, building out my stuff. Now I feel like I have the capacity where I can actually have 100 EROs. So that's going to be my goal for this year. Uh, yeah, is to get 100 EROs.
Nice. Nice. I don't know if you saw Baldeep and mine's face when you said that. We're both like, oh, hell yeah. Like 100 EROs. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it. For
And
sure.
also like you made the comment, like, hey, I'm you said before, hey, you jumped in, had some sold some service bureaus too, and then maybe one of the things you're realizing now is you make it's less revenue for you per product than you maybe used to, coming from the ERO relationship. But then also it's a lot more work on the support and helping them side versus just getting EROs and growing your service bureau volume. I mean, there's nothing wrong with either model. It's just this is different, right?
Right. Yeah, it is. It is. Like you said, less money in my pocket. Um, so I do want to focus more on EROs, right? And
Yeah.
like we,
There was
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Um,
No,
I was
no, no,
gonna
keep
say, yeah,
going.
like we had talked before about me, like, be- working back on my tax academy, right? Because I had first got away from my own office when I started this, trying to do both. So besides the EROs, I am going to run another tax academy this year just to try to get Q&Q Tax and Financial, a good team up under it. So I'll also have those splits as well.
Yeah. And then also keep in mind, like you could also, show your EROs how to build teams. I mean, there's a lot of ways to build up your volume, and we could talk about that more offline as well.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So one of the last questions for you here, Qualena, is, there's a lot of people that are looking at becoming a service bureau. There's a lot more options available these days to become a service bureau than there used to be in the past as well. But what would you say to someone if they're kind of like, maybe they're on the fence, maybe they've looked at our program and they haven't quite made a decision yet? What would you say to someone who's looking at joining the Service Bureau Accelerator?
Don't look no further. Like, you will not find another company that is really dedicated to actually seeing you succeed and giving you all of the tools that you need. There's no gatekeeping here. There's nothing that I've ever asked and nobody's answered my question. And the price, like, I mean, the unlimited license, you know what I mean? It's like everything, the unlimited license, the training, you know what I mean? And like I said, the community as well. I've been in a couple of tax communities, and this is the best community that I found.
Awesome. Well, we
Awesome.
appreciate that
Love it.
feedback. I got one final thing for you.
Yes.
If one of the millions of people watching this at home says, hey, I like Qualena, I want to work with Qualena, Q&Q's got what I need, where do they find you?
You guys can find me at qnqtaxpros.com. You can find me on Facebook under Qualena Wilkerson, also at Q&Q Tax Pro Solutions on Facebook as well. I'm not on TikTok, but you can find me on Instagram under Qualena Wilkerson as well. I do have business pages, so they will be under Q&Q Tax Pro Solutions.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, Qualena. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.